Taimur Nabili with the top stories on Al Jazeera. A group calling itself Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula has claimed responsibility for the failed Christmas Day attack on a transatlantic airliner. The group based in Yemen says it supplied Nigerian national Umar Farouk Abdul Muttalab with the explosive device that he tried but failed to detonate as Flight 253 prepared to land in Detroit. The plot has prompted a security clampdown on U.S. air travel. The UK says China has executed the Briton who was convicted of drug smuggling. 53-year-old Akmal Sheikh had been convicted last year of trying to take 4 kilograms of heroin into Xinjiang. His family says he was mentally unstable and had been tricked into carrying the drugs. But China's state media says the Supreme Court approved the sentence, saying evidence of mental illness was insufficient. Melissa Chan has more from Beijing.
Well, the Chinese authorities take drug crimes very seriously in this country. From a historical context, the Opium Wars still resonate. So when it comes to something like this, they tend to lay a very heavy hand. It is important to keep in mind that he was caught with about 80 times the amount of minimum heroin required for a death penalty in this country. So from the Chinese point of view, that is what they're focusing on, and they're not focusing as much on the possible mental condition of the defendant.
Pro-opposition websites in Iran say police have detained several opposition leaders following Sunday's clashes between protesters and police. State television says 8 people were killed in that violence. Authorities are said to be holding the bodies of 5 of the dead, including the nephew of the opposition leader Mir Hossein Mousavi. That appears to be an attempt to prevent activists from using the funerals as a platform for further demonstrations. A suicide bomber has killed more than 30 people and injured dozens more in Pakistan's largest city, Karachi. The attacker struck a procession marking the Shia holy day of Ashura. Outraged by the attack, some people responded by setting cars and shops on fire and throwing stones at security forces. The blast is being blamed on fighters trying to ignite a sectarian war. For all the latest updates and more on those stories, log on to our website at aljazeera.net/English.